Our first rider up is the youngest competitor in the field.
And smallest.
His name is Tom Shah. Rolling in right now on the big gap.
Look at that, 360 backside ollie over the 70-foot gap, and he's like a bug out there with a huge melon 540, but doesn't matter. We're just judging the gap this session right here.
That is correct. It is just on the gap. They're going to have 18 minutes. As we said, they'll probably get about 6 or 7 runs in each. Brazilian first up is Gomez. Right into it.
Going for the heel flip, frontside 360. Didn't catch it, but this is the best trick format. These guys can throw a couple away.
Elliot Sloan dropping in.
Oh, kickflip, mute 360, clean. I love how that's just for show right there. This giant backside air.
Let's check out the replay for that one.
There you go, look at that. He catches that before he even spins a 180, carries it all the way around.
What do you think about the new format, Tony?
I think it's a great chance for these guys to do much harder stuff and to get some of that stuff they've always hoped to do. Look at that, heel flip, body varial 360.
Edgar Pereira, one of the Brazilians. As we said, the quarter pipe does not matter. They can jump straight off after the gap. The Brazilians are going crazy out there.
I think Edgar didn't think he was going to land that the first go.
Wonder what he's got up his sleeve now.
Get that one out of the way. These guys have 18 minutes. They're probably going to get about 6, maybe 7 hits each in this first section. Counts to 25% of the total score. And we're going to see some difficult stuff out there. We already have.
Edgar just still waiting for the score down there at the bottom of the quarter pipe. One of the Brazilians. Some info on him right here. He wears motocross gear for all the big stuff, just so he doesn't get hurt at all.
I don't think there's any guarantee of that, of not getting hurt at all. You can wear all the gear you want. You can be Iron Man out there and still get hurt on this thing.
Like to see that Iron Man jumping big air. The Australian from Sydney, Australia, Jake Brown, hitting the gap.
Oh, backside ollie 360 over the 70-foot.
It doesn't get much smoother than that, little Jakey. He's got one of the smoother styles out there.
Now that'll be interesting to see what they judge him against Tom Shah. They both did the exact same trick. I would say that Jake's was a little bit higher, maybe a little longer and cleaner, but it's the exact same trick, so
it's going to be a tough one to judge. Nolan Munro.
Oh! Going for a mute 540.
Tony, we saw just before in practice, we weren't sure if Nolan Munro was going to be in the contest. He fell over, he plugged pretty hard.
Yeah, he took a big slam. He did a big twist, landed too low, slammed into the flat bottom. Looked like he was not going to go at all, but he's back.
This little guy, Mitchie Briscoe, was on the podium last year, and that is why. He's grown a foot.
Kickflip mute 360. That was clean. He wanted to get one under his belt. Look at that. They catch that thing before they've even turned half of a turn and then bring it to their feet on the way in.
As you said, he's looking a lot more confident too this year. He's grown up a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
The man himself, one of the favorites here, or the favorite in Skateboard Big Air. It's Mr. Bob Burnquist dropping in switch.
You guys know there's that switch backside 180 that we've seen him start so many of his gold medal runs with.
Let's check out a replay of Bob. It seems like his go-to.
Yeah, that seems to be the safety trick for him. But I think all these guys, they want to at least know they've made one thing before they start something even higher. And there's a I don't know, indie running man?
That's what we're gonna call it.
Whoa, look at this. Tom Shar going for the 720 off the 50-foot.
It's like the little man out there just rolling around trying to get down the bottom.
And now that's what I was talking about. He got an 18.16 for the ollie 360, and Jake Brown got an 18.66. So they did give Jake a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Ronnie Gomez going for that heel flip frontside 360.
Let's remember the maximum score that you can get in this section over the gap is 25. 25% of the whole. 25% on the gap and then 25% on the quarter.
Whoa!
Elliot Sloan just sliding down there.
Elliot got a good hit in his first run there. It looks like he's going for a tail grab 7 over the 70-foot. We don't see that very often. 720 is the seems to be the golden carrot here.
And then Tony, obviously there's 2 lengths to the gap as well, and it makes a difference in the score.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone will be able to score the full 25 over the 50-foot.
You're gonna have to hit the 65-foot gap to get that perfect 25. Jake Brown.
Jake Brown, we have seen him in practice trying all these 720s over the big gap. And it seems like that's what he wants. And there you go, there it is, look at that. That is so much timing and...
Check out the replay on that. Jake Brown, no stranger to a gold medal. Obviously, we've seen him get that place before. Nolan Munro.
There we go, 540. Oh, it's pretty close. Looks like he's what we call in the back seat. He's just leaning too far back every time he lands. He's got to shift his weight there.
Let's take a look at Nolan Munro falling down just minutes ago before we started the contest.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Here he goes for the quarter pipe, Tony.
Giant just pulled out a little too far, landed straight leg, had nowhere to go to compress, and just took it into the flat. Whoa, did you see that? Front foot impossible, Mitchie Brusco. I've never seen him try that.
He is looking solid out there. Look at him, he's very excited about that one.
There we go, the front foot impossible.
Wow.
Some may call it a frontside 360 varial, but that's a solid landing. Grabs it melon there, lean air.
He's really happy about that one. Bob Burnquist rolling in, 65-foot gap.
Oh my goodness! That was a
There we have it.
switch frontside body varial 360 over the big gap. We've only seen him do that over the shorter gap this whole time. Look at that. Fixing his feet the entire way.
No problem at all. The Brazilian crowd loves it.
That is unbelievable.
The crowd love that one. Tom Shah dropping back in for his 3rd run. The youngest little man out there in the field. Looking very serious right now.
So you need Nolan Monroe and Ronnie Gomez to get 1 under the belt here.
So we see they have it.
Ronnie, he's got it. Oh, so close.
As we said, they're probably going to have about 6 or 7, so we're going to see Gomez get that, I'm sure. We've seen it in practice over the last couple of hours, or the last couple of days, might I say.
There is a strategy involved here too. I mean, you think that Ronnie could just do something basic over the gap to get a decent score, knowing that it only counts at 25%. His near 0 here. Oh my goodness, Elliot Sloan, tail grab 720.
We said he was going to be a dark horse.
I would say that was a 540 to revert there at the end. It really didn't look like he was going to get the thing around. Look at him trying to spot that landing and just forcing that last turn. letting it go right at the end. I mean, it was a kick turn in.
We've seen him over the last couple of years try 900 tail grabs as well on that quarter pipe. He's pretty happy about that one. Elliot Sloan coming out of New York City.
Go, Edgar Pereira. Whoa! One-footed backside ollie 360.
Little limp. Brazilian crowd are backing their three boys, Gomez, Pereira, and obviously Burnquist.
That trick bumped Elliot ahead of Bob Burnquist. Tail grab 7. Here we go. He wants the ollie 720. Oh, that's it! Oh, that's the closest we've seen him come.
That
this
was
entire time.
He knows he's got that. Let's check out the replay of that one. Jake Brown, 720.
Right there, just all he had to do was lean forward a little bit more.
He could smell that one. He had that one right there.
Nice. Oh, Nalmer was so close to that 540.
That 540 coming off.
It's going to really hurt your overall score if you don't get something here in the first section over the gap.
They've really got to play the game with the new criteria, the new system here. You've got to get something on the gap here.
Whoa, Mitchie Briscoe's going for, I can't tell you what.
Kickflip melon 3.
It looked like something else was going to happen there.
Welcome everybody back here. Foz do Iguaçu, we are here at the Skateboard Big Air. I'm Corbin Harris. Next to me is Tony Hawk, and we have Bob Burnquist going in, Tony.
Oh, wow, just going for some sort of lean spin there. We saw him trying lean 720. I think that's what he was going for right there. He missed the grab, so he kind of had to throw it away while flailing his legs violently.
We've seen him in practice get very close to that. Tom Shah, the youngest in the field.
Oh, here we go, backside 180.
Let's check out Elliot Sloan. He's in the lead right now.
The tail grab 720. Wow, just sucking it in at the very last second. So solid.
Very happy about that one.
Oh.
Edgar going for a frontside heel flip. 3.
Edgar's got to make something.
So that was Ronnie Gomez. Elliot Sloan, the leader, coming out of New York City.
I think Elliot's just going to try to have fun with it now. I don't know what that was. Kickflip 540, 720, something.
We've got no idea what that one was, but I'm sure we're going to see it in the next couple of goes.
That was the corkscrew loop-de-loop. Yeah, that looks like, oh, it was going to be a kickflip 7.
I want to see that. This is Edgar.
Nice. Oh, so close, Edgar.
Remember, there's 8 athletes. This is the final of the Skateboard Big Air in Brazil. 3 sections. We are still on the first section, just the gap. And the guys are going to get 6 or 7 jumps over the gap. They are not scored on the quarter pipe at all at the moment. It's just on the gap.
This will count to 25% of their overall score. We will have a quarter pipe session next. That's another 25%. And then a full run, which is 50% of the score. And there is a strategy involved in this format for sure. And a couple of these guys, you can tell they know it. They're playing it a little bit safe to try to get one out of their belt, then trying something harder. Jake wants this ollie 720. Look at that! Oh my! Yeah,
this is unbelievable!
Look at that!
Jake Brown,
ollie 720, first time ever, right there.
We have not seen this at all. He loves it. This is one guy that has not held back. He is gone for it.
Look at that last part too. Is
not seen this at all. He loves it. This is one guy that has not held back. He is gone for it.
Look at that last part too. His feet just bobbling around.
Sliding out of that one, but holding it down. Jake Brown coming out of Sydney, Australia. Look at the score on this one. 24 out of 25. This is just the gap, remember.
That is the first ollie 720 that we've ever seen anywhere on any surface, any ramp.
X Games history right now in Brazil. Jakey just pumped off that one right now. Absolutely thrilled. It's the first time that we've seen that.
That's what he came to do.
Tony's jumping out of his seat in the box right here. Let's take another look at Jake Brown. No one has ever done this before. 720, no grab.
Look at him fixing his feet while he's spinning there. He's got his toes hanging off a little bit, and then he gets his body to catch up with it, fixes his feet on the way down, comes through.
What is Bob Burnquist going to do?
Going for that, wow. Going for that lean air rodeo 720. He's got this look back thing going on where it's like immediate whiplash, trying to look ahead for the landing.
We saw one earlier. He's trying to look for that landing every single time.
Yeah. It's Tom, backside 180.
Going for a backside 180 there. We are going to go down to the bottom of the ramp to see what Jordan is, what's going on down there with Jordan.
Guys, I wish you could have been at the top of the ramp with me when Bob Burnquist saw Jake land that trick. He went absolutely nuts, standing up there, holding up his board, so excited for his fellow competitor. And of course, he's now looking to chase him down.
Ah, yeah, there you go. Oh, no, Ronnie Gomez.
Just slipping off there.
He landed a little short there. He landed on the, what we call the knuckle. And when you do that, there's a good chance your board's going to bounce off your feet. You want to land past that what we call the knuckle there. You want to make sure that your wheels are clear of it. I don't know what Elliot's doing there, but he's got a really good run under his belt.
He's in second spot, Elliot Sloan right there. Jake Brown coming out of Sydney, Australia, 24 out of 25. Elliot Sloan in second, 22.16, and Bob Burnquist coming in the 21.58. That was a bit of X Games history right there we saw with Jake Brown. For the gap section right now, we have just under 2 minutes left. And then we are going to have a little break and head over to the quarter pipe. Edgar Pereira currently in 5th position, 18.83, his best score. And there you have it, the leader right at the moment. It's the Australian Jake Brown.
Now what? What do you do after you've done what no one else has done before?
Well, let's have a look, see what he's got.
Just an ollie 360, just to show everyone. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Look at that. Japan Air McTwist.
I think Jakey's getting warmed up for the next section.
I think that's it. Yeah, he just took that run as a chance to practice for the quarter pipe. He gets one extra practice.
He's got a little smile on his face right there. Wonder why, with a 24 out of 25. We have 47 seconds on the clock for the gap section. 25%, the whole tally.
Will Monroe needs something made here. Not gonna do it. So he's gonna basically go with a 0 score for this first section. And that's gonna be hard to overcome in the overall score.
Which is really gonna hurt him. Do you think these guys are really thinking about each section, what they're doing?
I don't know, but you know, there's definitely a strategy involved, and if you're thinking ahead and you're playing the game the way you should, then you're going to have at least one score here. But it's hard to get, you get caught up on one trick, you get totally focused, and you lose sight of the big picture.
And that will be time right there in the final of Skateboard Big Air Foz. This is going to be good. The next section we're going into is the quarter pipe.
If an ollie 720 only scores a 24 out of 25, what does it take to get a 25? Oh, there's Bob! Lean air 720. Maybe that's what it takes there.
Maybe that just shut you up right
Is that
there.
it?
Maybe
Is that what it takes to get a 25?
Let's check out the replay of that, Tony.
Look at that.
This is why I love Skateboard Big Air. It's these two guys, and we've got a younger crew coming through right now as well to battle it out. And they're cheering each other, loving it.
There we go, Bob Burnquist. Look at this. This lean air 720 rodeo flip. And he's spotting the landing right there, knowing that he can't see that last 180, but he felt it. He knew it was there. That is an incredible feat right there. Wow. I think that's the 25. Wow, I guess not.
No.
23.5. Now these guys are starting on the big one. This time the gap does not count. This is Tom Shar. So just trying to get over the gap. 360 is the go-to for all these guys. Now look at this big melon 540. I mean, people look small when they're going 20 feet high. Tom looks especially small when he's going 20 feet high.
The smallest and the youngest
Look at
at
that.
X Games. He even shot out of the screen right there. Gomez in right now.
These guys like the 360. That's the warm-up trick. That's gets them there. Look at this stalefish 540. Oh, so clean.
The Brazilians are going to love that. One of their own, doing it on home soil.
It's too bad Ronnie didn't get one of the gap tricks in, but that is just a beautiful stalefish 540. Kids, if you're ever going to learn it like that.
Just to remind you guys, 25% was for the gap. It's going to be 25% of this one right here, the quarter pipe that Elliot Sloan is about to hit.
Boom, tail grab 540. Oh, it looked like...
And then we have 50% of a gap and quarter pipe hit, one run.
I think he had a good landing there. He was all right. Oh, it was questionable hang up there.
It looked close up there. I definitely wouldn't want to hook up on that coping, let me tell you that.
No, we've seen what happens when you do that.
Brian Patch has seen that before. That was just a setup trick for this.
Wow! I think that was a body burial.
Talk us through that one.
Did his board flip on that? I couldn't tell.
Let's get a replay of that one.
Oh, wow. It was a kickflip body burial 540. Kind of a Christ there in the middle of it. Oh, no, heel flip. It was a heel flip, body burial 540. He didn't flip it, so he actually manually flipped it with his hand there.
Mitchie Brusco can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it. Home soil right here. Edgar, Jake Brown just setting up over the gap, backside three.
Oh, look at that. Jake Brown, his biggest McTwist off that quarter pipe.
19 foot he's going for right there. So we have 15 minutes on the clock for the quarter pipe section. There it was, just over 19 foot in height. Nolan Munro is about to drop in.
You want to talk about big McTwist? This guy has the record.
I'm sure he might be trying to make up for that gap where he didn't go so well.
Oh, wow. Christ there, body barrel 540. About to hang up. These guys are...
he was very close to the coping just then.
Yeah, these guys are playing it. Well, I'd like to... I don't want to say safe, but they're not pulling off too far, and that's what happened to Nolan. He pulled off too far in practice and crashed into the flat bottom, so he's probably overcompensating a bit.
Mitchie Brusco.
Mitchie Brusco, I think we might see a 900 here.
One of the youngest competitors in the USA.
There it is. Oh, body barrel 900! Brand new trick.
Wow, we have not seen that before. Mitchie Brusco, look, he looks confident.
You know, if you've got 900s on lock like he does on this, you might as well do a variation of it.
Right on the screen. Tweet Tony Hawk at Tony Hawk.
It's my spoiler alert without giving anything away. Here comes Bob. Boom, Indy 360, way higher than anyone should be doing that trick.
Tony, what would it be like coming down, not knowing where you're going for a backside 3 like that?
The unbelievable thing is Bob, if he takes off, if he doesn't take off perfectly, he still can fix it. You know, a trick like that, everyone else just wants it perfectly coming in exactly how you know and feel it. And he's like, I didn't take off big enough. I'll fix this. Here we go. Tom Shar. Big 900!
The little man going for it. Going for a 900.
Tom Shar has 900s, so comfortable on this ramp, on vert, and right there going for a 17-foot 900.
Gomez out of Brazil dropping in. This is just his setup trick over the gap. This is where it counts.
Tail grab 1-footer, 540.
Wow. That was smooth. He landed so high up then as well.
Wow.
The Brazilian crowd loves it. Let's check out a replay of that one.
That's a great trick. Look at this, tail grab, kick the foot forward, and then come in. I've got a funny story about that trick, actually. First time I went to Australia, there was a sequence of me doing that trick on a vert ramp, and this one guy yelled the whole time in front and said, tail grab 540 1-footer! The entire demo. So I have that stuck in my head.
And that's your last memory.
There goes Elliot. Tail grab. He wants to make a tail grab 5 because he is capable of doing a tail grab 900.
We were talking about Nolan before. The highest ever McTwist we've had is 22 foot.
That's big enough.
2012 that was. That is big enough. Edgar. Yeah, coming through. Brazilian.
Edgar, he wants that heel flip 540 because I think he feels like the first one wasn't quite what he wanted. He had to flip it with his hand. I don't think the judges cared or maybe even saw that. But I think just for peace of mind, he wants to do it properly.
For the viewers at home, I don't think you realize how high that is. That quarter pipe is big in itself. And then they're going on top of that, as you know, they're going 19, 20, 22 foot over it. So it's a long way up there. Jake Brown.
Oh, beautiful twist.
He is going to be happy to get that one under his belt.
18 foot, 9 inches. Wow, look at that. I love how he kicks his back foot out just a little bit to spot the landing.
Kids, that's how you do it. Let's take a look right now at how big the ramp is. That roll-in. We've got 2 sizes up there, Tony.
You can see that they added the extra little knuckle there yesterday because the guys weren't getting enough speed.
That's scary. I've been up there for the last couple of days, and it is a long way down.
Monroe, whoa, going for a
backflip.
Well, yeah, I think it was going to turn into a 540 though, so it's like more like a frontside rodeo flip. He almost bounced off the coping on the way in. Look at that, Jake. Even Jake was frightened for him. Yeah, I mean that is a proper backflip though.
Imagine coming in fakie.
There goes Mitchie, waving to everyone. Mitchie tried a body varial 900 in this last run. There it is. Look at that! Oh, I want to see that one.
Very close.
He's fully capable of that, considering how cleanly he's done 900 in the past. So right there, the board is doing a 720 and his body is doing a 900. He stalls it 1/2 a turn behind, switches his feet up, and then catches it and keeps on spinning. It's a lot to think about.
Here is the favorite right now, Bob Burnquist. The Brazilian.
Look at that Indy 360.
Oh my, that was huge. Let's check out the replay on that one. That was 20-foot backside 3.
20-foot Indy 360. And we've seen Bob actually recover from that sort of squat on here before. We're going to see more from all these guys in a second.
Next up next team, Tom Scher. Lá vem ele.
Bob Burnquist just sliding out of that. Backside 3 at 20 foot. Just had something going in the background. Tom Sharp cruising on in. Let's take a look at what we missed just then. Tom Sharp, the youngest competitor in the field.
Look at that, 900. So perfect.
And he claims that. Thanks for coming. Tom Sharp has just been bumped up in this section. The quarter pipe, he got a 22.08.
That puts him in second overall right now, considering all the combined scores.
So let's just take a look. This is the Skateboard Big Air final. 8 athletes, 3 sections. The 3 sections are first the gap, which is 25%. Second section, which we are on right now, is the quarter pipe, 18-minute jam session, which is 25%. And then we have a run, and they're going to take 20 minutes. And we were saying before, they'll probably get about 6 or 7 goes each.
Yeah, it was interesting in that last run, Juan Gomez actually bailed over the gap. He didn't get to the quarter pipe. So you got to consider playing it really safe over the gap here because it doesn't count.
As safe as you can over a gap that size.
Right. Elliot wants the tail grab 5. He's going to try to make this one. Oh,
he's
so clean. 21 foot 7-inch, 6.6 meters of tail grab 540. Arguably the highest tail grab 540 ever.
This is going to bump his score up a lot. He had a solid one. He came in at 3rd over the gap. Here it is right now, Tony.
And the scary thing is that Elliot's doing that because he really wants to tail grab 9. That's what he's trying to get to here.
Well, if he pulls that out in the run, I'd be scared.
That puts him in 2nd place so far. We're still only the 2nd of 3 events here that count toward the total score.
We are just on 6 minutes left in the 2nd section, the quarter part of the final of the Skateboard Big Air. Foz do Iguaçu in Brazil. Summer X Games, first stop. We're excited to be here. Jaws on screen right now, taking
a
little Instagram, I think, of Jake Brown.
What does Jake have in mind here? You know he's always wanted to do 900, but no, he's going for another gigantic McTwist.
Salva de palmas aí, galera. Vem com nós. Vem aí, barulho para o Jake.
Welcome back to the X Games 2013, Foz do Iguaçu. I am Corbin Harris, and right next to me we have legend Tony Hawk. We are into the 2nd section of the Skateboard Big Air, and Nolan Munro.
Yeah, that's going to be a frontside 540, even though it looks like a backflip from the top there.
That is going to be tough. Nolan earlier also fell off. Here we have Elliot. Tail grab 540.
Wow.
That was smooth. Mitchie Brusco back in. Setup trick is the backside 3.
There we go. Body varial 900. I think this could be it. Oh, overturning it. It's hard to do that trick and not pull out too far.
Let's take a look at the youngest competitor, Tom Shah.
And probably the highest 900 ever done right there.
He's also the only one who's done a 1080. He's sitting in 3rd spot right now. Jake Brown overall in 1st place. 2nd, Elliot Sloan in 3rd spot. Tom Shah. Bob Burnquist setup trick.
Bob wants that Indy 360. Oh, look at that, perfect.
And there we have it.
20-foot Indy 360, Indy to fakie.
The Brazilian crowd is going off right now. Bob, in true style, comes through.
These guys
never lets anyone down.
They're just toying with the 20-foot range now. I mean, they're doing difficult, regular vert tricks in that height.
Tony, over the last couple of years, it just seems to be getting higher. The tricks seem to be getting harder.
This is one of the hardest. I don't know where it's going here. Right here. Now, Tom Shar.
He was clean on that backside.
Oh, going for a stale fish, 9. I thought this would be the chance for Tom to get a 1080.
So did I, because it can be kind of a best trick.
He can, and he can do something basic to get himself going backwards. I'm surprised we haven't seen him try it.
Do you think what they'll do on the quarter pipe will transfer over and they'll be trying to do also in the runs?
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to take some chances, perhaps. Ronnie Gomez wants something here. Look at that. Oh, taking his foot off even farther on the tail grab 541 footer.
That was someone in an Australian accent saying that to Tony Hawk.
Over and over at me when I visited there.
I'm sure people have yelled out a lot of things over the years.
Yes, but that one stuck with me.
Elliot Sloan out of New York City in right now.
Here we go. Tail grab 900. Oh,
he's
man,
coming
he's coming around for sure. He's only going to get maybe 1 or 2 more tries at that.
Look at the crowd back
it's looking
there.
like 1.
There's a huge crowd that has poured in here. Grandstand is packed, and on the side right there, it is all happening. The Brazilians are going to be cheering for the 3 boys that they have in this. Gomes, Burnquist, and right here, Edgar Piera. Set up trick.
Oh, wow. That's what we call a no flip. He was supposed to have done a heel flip there. His foot didn't flip the board, but he still was able to catch it and bring it around. So it turned into a body rail 540. He meant to do a heel flip right there, as you can see from his feet movement.
A lot of guys skating vert sometimes that happens to, and they seem to throw the board underneath their feet all the time. Like
usually it doesn't happen on a 540.
It's usually a kickflip Indy.
It's usually a kickflip. It's usually a nollie heel flip. That's the most common mistake. We call that the no flip or a nothing.
Not 18-foot 540.
So we had a no flip body varial 5 there. And there's the street royalty there. Nigel Houston watching from the top. Here comes Jake.
What's he got here?
Got a big, another big McTwist.
He was holding that to the last minute.
Stalling it out with his back foot extended.
Let's check out a replay of that. He held it to the last minute. Holding.
Almost looked like he was stuck there.
I'd want to hold to the last minute too.
Trying to escape.
McTwist. Nolan Munro hurt himself earlier in practice. Was not going to miss out on the final here in Foz. Rolling in. Off the small gap just to get speed. That does not count.
Trying this massive frontside rodeo. 13 foot.
Jake Brown just hanging down the bottom, flat bottom there. He's going to be pretty happy. That first trick. That's 7.
Right here, though, this could be a game changer. Mitchie Brusco's trying to do a body varial 900. I got this one. He's got this one. Something we've never seen. in skateboarding.
Just got his driver's license, 16 years of age. The setup trick, Mitchy Brusco.
There he goes, body barrel 900. It's gonna happen.
It's a game changer. That is it right there.
First one ever done.
Silver medalist last year. This could change it. You said it, Tony.
He said it. He said, I got this one before he dropped in. I was just following his lead. That was perfect.
I'd listen to everything this kid said from now on. 16 years of age, just got his driver's license.
And here he goes. Look at that. He switches his stance there. So that means his board did a 720. His body did a 900. I've never seen anyone try that. And it was a perfect landing.
Mitchy,
Hey, do you
in
remember
for
where I
the
was
quarter
going from
pipe,
before?
20.58.
Yeah, well, I think that has to do with the height, but I don't understand how you'd expect him to do that at a 20-foot height when it's never been done before.
Or was it because we were out of time?
No, they did count that one, I believe.
Everyone does get one more run.
Bob's going for the backflip
Just a
for
setup
show.
trick.
And Indy 720.
We saw that last year at X Games in LA. He is definitely a favorite. That is the end of the quarter pipe section, which is 25%. The gap first, 25%. Second section is the quarter pipe.
This is the traditional method of how we've done Big Air event in the past now. Now it's the gap and the quarter pipe all count towards one score. But this is now 50% of the score that goes towards what we have just seen, which was one session on the gap, one session on the quarter pipe.
So it's essentially a best trick over the gap and then a best trick on the quarter pipe.
What we've seen already, yeah. Now we're seeing what we're used to seeing, which is the total score of these two of the two obstacles, which is the gap and the quarter pipe. This could make or break what's happening. Bob is in first place right now. Jake's in second. They're only a point away from each other.
This is the runs. Tom Shah's given the thumbs up. Backside 360.
Big 900 again. Look at that. 18-foot 900.
Unbelievable.
He just broke the height record again for a 900.
He has just set the standard. Tom Shah, the youngest competitor in Big Air, 13 years old.
Look at
900.
So beautiful, that spin.
How big was that
he's
again?
pumping his fist before he even gets to the flat, gets through it. So clean.
He's claimed that before he's even got to the flat bottom.
He should.
He's allowed to.
Wow. That puts him in first place so far. Here we go. We've seen another ollie 360.
Gomez.
Oh, tail grab 540, 1-footer.
And as I asked before, these guys are putting together the lines that they were doing.
those were his two tricks that he did in the sessions, and he put it together.
Where does he go from there?
He's pretty happy. That's right there. Tail grab 540, 1-footer. Kicking his front foot straight out.
Ronnie Gomez, the Brazilians are going to be happy with that.
And next, Elliot Sloan. This will be interesting because Elliot's two tricks that he made were extremely hard. I don't know if they're two that he wants to put together. There we go. Kickflip mute 360 into a tail grab 540. Kind of playing it safe, but that's a super solid run.
That's an unbelievable start for Elliot.
I would be surprised if that does not put him in at least a top 3 position in the end here. Look at that, clean. He had it on his feet so early that he had time to stick his back foot off for little style points. That puts him in first place.
He's going to be really happy with that one. Edgar Piera out of Brazil, backside 3.
Oh, landing, coming up short a little bit there. Look at that, body barrel 540. And these are these guys' safety runs. You know, a 19-foot body barrel 540 is what he wanted, just to get one under his belt so he can try something harder in the next run.
These guys are well and truly warmed up right now and putting all of their tricks together over the gap and on the quarter pipe. As we said, this is 50% of the entire score. Elliot Sloan in #1 position, Tom Shah in second, Piera in third.
Look at Jake. Jake pushes himself off of that roll-in to get more speed.
No one else does that.
No, because he wants to do the highest McTwist
Jake
he could possibly do.
Is anybody going to fall off on these runs to start off with?
Yeah, they're going to start trying harder stuff after this first run. Look at that. Gets a little Japan in there, pulling his legs behind him.
Jake Brown, coming out of Sydney, Australia, is going to be happy with that one just to get something under his belt. That pushes him into second position overall.
Go, Nola Monroe. Mute 360 into a gigantic McTwist. 21 foot 10 inches, 6.7 meters. I can only imagine he threw that away because of what happened in practice. He did a huge McTwist like that and pulled off too far, slammed right into the flat bottom hard, and I think he's a little apprehensive now about those.
It's just shocked him a little bit.
But I'm sure he'll throw one down. Mitchie Brusco coming off the big roll in here.
Just got his driver's license. Just landing brand new tricks at X Games.
720. Oh, that was looking all right. I think he thought he was going to come up a little short there. If you bounce off the top before the bank, it could be bad news. It throws you all the way over that landing.
Because of the scoring system this time as well, poor Nolan Munro doesn't look like it's going to go too well for him. Even if he does get a great score in the run, it's only it's out of 50%. Bob Burnquist, the Brazilian favorite.
Switchbacks at 180. We're used to seeing into Indy 360, bigger than ever. 20-foot Indy 360. Coming in backwards, completely blind from 20 feet up.
Tony, you've seen Bob at so many contests before. He loves the crowd. He gets way more revved up than anyone from the crowd, especially here in Brazil, home soil.
He's a hero here. What a great place for him to do this kind of thing. We've seen that exact same run at X Games, and that has brought him gold in the past. That's only counting to 50% of his score, but it still puts him in first place considering the other stuff that he did in the other sessions.
In the gap and...
Oh, here we go. Tom Scharz. Oh, he was going to do a 1080 right there.
That's what he was going for.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So he was going safety in the last two. Maybe Tom's really thought about this.
Tom, yeah, I mean, he's got a decent score already.
I mean, we're talking about safety tricks, which is a 900.
Yeah, I guess. Is that what we're talking about? Is that the safety?
That's what we're talking about.
But clearly, Tom wants a 1080 now. He's trying to do a backside 180, set himself going backwards into the quarter pipe for a 1080.
It wasn't that long ago that we saw you do the 900 at X Games, and now look what it's come to. 13
No, it was a long time ago. It was. Let's just say it.
It wasn't. Don't give yourself a hard time. Ronnie Gomez currently in 6th position.
Elliot Sloan. I don't know what he's going to do to step it up. Oh, tail grab 720. I have a feeling he wants to tail grab 7 into a tail grab 9. And if that doesn't score a 50, nothing will.
As it stands right now, it is Bob Burnquist in 1st position. Elliot Sloan out of New York in 2nd. Jake Brown out of Sydney, Australia in 3rd.
Oh, Edgar, now that's what happens. See, he didn't quite clear the landing there. He landed on what we call the knuckle, and it's very hard to recover from that. It sort of bounces you off your board. Sometimes people can bring it together.
Let's take a look at that landing.
He knows he's coming up short, but hey, it's the finals. He's got to try to make it, and bounced right there. We call that deck checking, and that throws you onto your side and down the roll-in.
Jake Brown's coming up just off the elevator. This is it. We have 12 minutes left in the Skateboard Big Air final in Brazil. The first stop, the summer X Games, and we are excited about it right now. Brazil's got to be excited about it. Mr. Burnquist, #1 position. Let's see if Jake Brown can change that right here.
Look at Jake's trying to get as much speed as he can. There's another ollie 720. Came up short. I mean, he pushed off the roll-in in order to get more speed. He pumped on the way down. It was like everything he could do to get more speed, and he still came up short on that gap.
Do you think once he's done the 7 out of this, the trick that he's going to do on the quarter pipe is going to be big enough to score? Or do you think he's going to lose too much speed on that 7?
Well, he needs that overall. Oh, no. Nolan Monroe. Yeah, these guys keep coming up short. I don't know if maybe the wind kicked up or if they're getting tired and they're not really lifting off the launch.
I mean, it's a long time. It was an 18-minute jam for the gap to start off with, which is 25%. The quarter pipe, the second section is also 25% and 18 minutes.
720. Oh!
And right now, it's another 20-minute jam. These guys are taking a lot of runs.
And they've already, most of them have accomplished things that they've never done before. You would think that you'd want to come down from that. But no, that's just in preparation for this last run.
X Games history. Bob Burnquist taking a big, deep breath.
What could Bob have in store?
I can't wait.
Looks like he's setting up for that lean 720 again. Oh, there's that. I was mistaken. That was the switch frontside body varial 360.
Here is the replay.
Oh, not switch. Frontside body varial 360.
His feet just weren't over the bolts.
Yeah, there was no recovering from that.
He couldn't. Usually he can move his feet around a lot. Yeah, he definitely looked happy about it, but he's in first place, so I'd be happy about that also.
Here we go. Time shot. Here we go. Get ready. 1080.
Oh, just
missed
hit
the grab.
curb in and missed the grab on that one.
Finally got to try one though. We have yet to see him try one.
This could bump him right up there if he gets a shot at the 1080. The only person in the world to land it, and he's the youngest competitor at X Games here in Brazil.
Randy Gomez is going to have a hard time because he basically got a 0 for the first session. He never did make a gap trick, and that's a lot to dig out of here. Whoa. That was some sort of heel flip, not flipping it.
A few of the guys right now coming off. The NBA playoffs start with a big slate of the games on ABC and ESPN Saturday. At 3 Eastern Standard on ABC, the Celtics take on the Knicks.
Whoa!
5:30. Coverage begins with the Warriors, Nuggets, 8 p.m. The Bulls face off the Nets, and at 10:30, the Grizzlies bat off the Clippers. It all starts on ABC. Here, NBA countdown at 2:30. The first round of the NBA playoffs Saturday on ABC and ESPN.
Elliot almost making another tail grab 7 over the gap there. Here we go, Edgar Pereira. Trying that heel flip. McTwist. That he did make in the quarter pipe section.
just over 7 minutes on the clock. Edgar on screen. Taking the little highway back up to the lift. Jake Brown. As we said, one of the only skaters in Big Air where he pushes off here to get more speed.
He wants that ollie 7 that he made. Oh, almost got it again.
Jake Brown just sliding out there. Over the last couple of nights, it started to get a little wet around sort of like the 8:30, 9 o'clock period.
Yeah,
wonder how it is out there. We're getting close.
Getting close. Look at that. Almost made it. Just not quite turned enough.
Leaning back on that and sliding out.
You guys are rocking Dead Kennedys here. Skate soundtrack. Oh!
Nolan Munro seems to be a little bit off after that fall in practice. Unfortunately, the gap in the quarter pipe, he scored very low and still hasn't come through with anything on 50% of the whole entire score. Mitchy Brusco.
Mitchy needs a full run here.
This is probably one of the guys who can break into the top 3 if he wants to.
720. Oh, it's coming up short there.
Let's take a look at Elliot Sloan. It's the best full run we've had so far in the last section of the Big Air skate.
Oh, clean right there. Flip view 360 to a huge tail grab 540.
Tony, do you think we're just over 5 minutes to go, do you think there's anyone else that can break into that top 3 right now?
I think that Mitchy's capable, yeah. I think if Mitchy can put that 720 down and possibly do a 900 after it, it could be his time.
Tom Shah also.
Also Tom Shah, if he pulls a 1080, I mean, how are you going to score? How could you possibly score a 50? I would hope that a 1080 would do it.
I'm rubbing my hands together. I want to see this. I'm sure the kids have got it in them. Here we go. Can he change the scores?
It's clean.
He lands it perfect.
It's a clean one. Here we go. 1080. Get ready. Oh,
Tom Shah.
So close. You could hear his tail bonk the coping, which is a bad sign, which usually means doesn't set up your grab precisely the way you want it, but still he almost had it right there.
He had a really good shot at coming around for that 1080. The only person to do that trick so far. Tom Shah is also the youngest competitor in the Big Air here in Foz do Iguaçu in Brazil. 2013 X Games with just over 4 minutes left in the final. Tony Hawk next to me. I'm Corbin Harris. Bob Burnquist is in #1 position. Brazil has got to be happy about that.
I think that's what they expected.
You can see the runs like somewhere monitored.
Elliot Sloan does not have a Big Air medal, and he's sitting in 2nd place. He's never got one before. Tail grab 720. Oh, wow. Into a huge tail grab 540. Oh, that's tricky.
Just coming off soon as he went to the flat bottom down there. He says, how did that happen?
Does it count? I don't think it counts. I think they'll give him something for the effort there, but if you fall across the flat, it's questionable.
Once you make 2013, you're all good? No, that's not.
Not quite.
He's just coming off there. Unfortunately, that's not how it goes.
Right there, just leaning a little too far forward.
And just buckled out.
Still in a good position. Sports and Comps are telling us that does count as a make. Still, I don't know if it's going to put him ahead of Bob, but he is in a solid 2nd place now. Edgar Pereira, heel flip, 540, perfect, body barrel, wow! That's what he was trying. That's what he wanted on the quarter pipe in the session.
Throws the board to the flat bottom. You can hear the Brazilian crowd in the background going crazy for one of their own who lands.
Right there, heel flip, caught it exactly how he wanted it, and 6 on his feet in a melon grab. That, if there was ever a textbook version of that trick, that's it. I've never seen anyone do it anyway, so it's all his.
And screams to the crowd. This is the full run section. We've been talking about how Jake pushes to get that extra speed.
Do you need any more speed? I guess you do.
I don't think
ollie
so.
720. Oh, so close.
He was spinning before he hit. Jakey, unfortunately, making that 7 for the line. But he made it. It was a video part trick. Bob Burnquist said it earlier. Jake Brown in 3rd position. Total score of 87.25 for the Australian coming out of Cronulla. Nolan Munro.
Here we go. He needs this big twist. Score or something. There you go.
He's done the biggest McTwist on the quarter pipe, which was 22 foot. What do we got right now? That was 21
feet, 6 inches.
Over 21 inches.
Unfortunately, with zeros in the other sessions, it's not going to put him in medal contention.
Look at that right there.
But that was an unbelievable effort and a huge, huge McTwist.
21 foot, 6 inches. Wow, look at Bob Burnquist's face. Are you kidding me? That's what he's saying right now.
Look at Ben Hatchell there. He could do a McTwist on the smallest of quarter pipes.
He could. We'll see
sure
more
he's very
of him
impressed.
later on in the weekend, Ben Hatchell.
Here we go, 720. Oh. Mitchie looked like he was giving up on it, and then he was going to bring it back, and then he gave up on it again.
So these runs do count. They are just trying to run everyone out right now. The guys you see have finished. Jake Brown giving Elliot Sloan a big hug. Everyone's friends here. Elliot Sloan with his first medal. He is going to be really, really happy about that. Coming out of the United States of America, New York City. Bob Burnquist, the last run right now. Water bottle in hand.
Is that
Just
for bonus points?
cruising. There you have it. Brazil and everyone around the world. Bob Burnquist wins on home soil for the first time here in Foz. This is a moment that will go down in history.